This has been a pretty lively week for the secondary market, but there's still some cards moving down. We're going to take a look at them. This video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can pre-order Outlaws of Thunder Junction or find a vast number of great products on their website. Remember, shipping is free in the US if your order is over $100 or consists only of singles, plus you no longer need any promo codes on their website. The savings is built right into the prices that you see on the site. Same great prices, same great products, and same great service without the extra step. Find their link in the description below. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another edition of the Match of the Gathering Market Watch, where we're going to look at the top 10 coldest cards of the week. Like I mentioned in the cold open, there are a lot of cards spiking this week. In fact, we did not do a top 10 hot cards video this week. We did a top 25 hot cards video. There was just too much going on that I did not want to skip over. But alas, there are a few cards moving down, so check these out. Maybe you can find some deals still in the secondary market this week. Quickly before we get into it though, just a couple things. I do want to say thank you to one of our gold patrons, Robert Gress. Robert, thank you for all your support on Patreon. It means the world. Couldn't do these videos without viewers like yourself. And Robert has been a gold patron for a very long time. Thank you so much for that support. And also, as always, this video is sponsored by flipsidegaming.com. Check out their website. They have a ton of great products, MTG and other things too. Right now, you can even pre-order Outlaws at Thunder Junction. And remember, if your order is over $100 or consists only of singles, shipping will be free in the United States. Also, too, you no longer have to put a promo code in at the website. They did remove that Heroes promo code, but the good news is the savings is just built right into the prices now. So you're still getting the same great prices, same great products, same great service, just without that extra step. Their link can be found down below, so check them out. And without any further ado, let's get into it. Number 10 is Sunfall, down $1.09 to $6.49. That is a 14% increase. As always, the top 10 cold list is based on a couple pieces of criteria. First, we want to see a percentage decrease in the value of these cards over the course of the week. And secondly, we want to see a true decrease in the number of sales from week to week. Which brings us to Sunfall. This is a card that has held its value for a while. It has seen a lot of play in Standard, Pioneer, and Commander, although it isn't seeing as much Pioneer play as it once did. You can still find it there though in Hidden Strings, where there's a copy in the sideboard about half the time. It's also in Niv to Light. Typically you'll find a copy or two in the main of that deck, plus it still does show up in other Pioneer builds too. But in Standard, it's in two very popular decks that run 3 or 4 copies. That's Azorius Control and Domain. When it comes to Commander, you'll see this in some decks there too. The most popular is Burma's Blight of Oreskos. At the end of the day, Sunfall is still a very highly played card, but it lost a little traction in some places, thus the price decrease. Number 9 is Tempting Contract, down $1.15 to $5.21. That's an 18% decrease. This is from the Commander 2021 Silver Quill Statement Commander deck. It gets Commander play in a number of decks. The most popular one is Glunch the Bestower, and I have seen this in builds around a couple cards from the Fallout Commander deck Hail Caesar. Those cards are Mr. House President and CEO, as well as Yes Man Personal Securitron. Even so, Tempting Contract retracts some this week after some recent increases. Number 8 is Titania, Voice of Gaia. This goes down $1.16 to $11.37. That's a 9% decrease. This is a card that still sees Standard and Commander play, although it does not get as much play as it once did, so we're seeing some retraction. But it is worth noting that this too has seen some recent increases, so it's still pretty high. In Standard, it's in the 4 and 5 color Legends builds, and the 4 color Graveyard deck too, but they don't see as much play in the current meta. In Commander, it's in a few different decks. The most popular one is Lord Windgrace, and I have seen some players put this in builds around a new Fallout card too. That card is strong in the Brutish Thespian from the Mutant Menace deck. Still though, Titania moves down this week. Number 7 is Vane Witch Coven. This goes down $1.24 to $6.90. That's a 15% decrease. It is from the Commander 2021 Witherbloom Witchcraft deck. It does get a little Commander play. Typically when you see it, it's in Clavel Enyo First of the Blessed builds. So Vane Witch Coven moves down some, but this too saw an increase in recent months, so the card is still higher than it was at the start of the year. Number 6 is Shalai and Halar, down $1.40 to $8.22. That's a 15% decrease. So this is the foil copy found in the March of the Machine Call for Backup Commander deck. It was a fairly popular commander, plus it's found in the 99 of a number of builds like Bright Palm Soul Awakener, which stands to reason since they were both in the same precon. Recently though, this card spiked aggressively due to Voja Jaws of the Conclave, which was one of the pre-release cards for Murders at Karlov Manor. And also some of the movement on this card was based around a card from the main set, Slime Against Humanity. Although in the end, Voja turned out to be the bigger catalyst for movement. Shalai and Halar are still seeing a good amount of increased commander play, especially in Voja builds, but this week the card sinks a little bit as it tries to find its new price point after the large spike. Number 5 is Knight-Errant of Eos. This is down $1.48 to $7.02. That's a 17% decrease. And here we have a card that increased quite a bit recently due to the play it was seeing in Standard, Pioneer, Modern, and Commander. In Commander, it gets a little play. You see it at times in Karametra God of Harvest decks, for example. In Modern, Pioneer, and Standard, though, Boros Convoke runs 4 of these in the main in all those formats. This also appears in Standard Azorius Soldiers. However, now it is retracting into a more stable price point after the recent increases. Number 4 is Lonus Genetics Expert. This goes down $1.50 to $15.75. That's a 9% decrease. This is from the Ravnica Clue Edition, but it is not seeing the amount of play that some anticipated. It is, however, seeing some play as a commander. It's also appearing in the 99 of a few builds, like Atraxa Praetor's Voice sometimes, and it's also been used to upgrade the Murders at Karlov Manor commander deck Deep Clue C, while I've also seen some players put it in fresh builds around the front-facing commander, Morska Undersea Sleuth, and around another card from the deck, Sophia Dog Detective, but I just don't think that $15, $16 price tag is going to hold up when you look at the amount of play it truly is seeing. Number 3 is Dance of the Dead. This goes down $2.06 this week to $13.97. That's a 13% decrease. It's an older card, yet to be reprinted. Last week it jumped $2. This week is just basically going back down to where it was. You do see this in a number of commander builds like Carrick, Son of Yawgmoth, for example. I've also even seen some put this in the new Fallout Mutant Menace commander deck, while others are adding it to fresh builds around the front-facing commander from there, the Wise Mothman. But Legacy has been the main reason Dance of the Dead has been hot this year. World Gorger Dragon combo builds have gained popularity there since the release of the Surveil Land Underground Mortuary from Murders at Karlov Manor, and those decks typically run 4 copies of Dance of the Dead in the main. The Enters trigger on Underground Mortuary makes the strategy more consistent by giving you an opportunity to get one of your big reanimation targets into the graveyard. Even so, this loses the ground it gained last week. Number 2 is Dosan the Falling Leaf. This is down $2.51 to $12.10. That's a 17% decrease. This has been seeing a little commander play in a few builds, like Yearlock of Scorched Thrash, for example, but Dosan saw some increases when Murders at Karlov Manor came out. Some players wanted to put this in commander builds around Descana the Rage Mother from the Deadly Disguise commander deck. Turns out the build isn't as popular as some anticipated, and this week Dosan moves down a little, but the price is still higher than prior to the spike. And finally, coming in at number 1 is Ardent Plea. The Alara Reborn copy is down $3.99 to $14. That is a 22% decrease. The list copy is down $5.41 to $16.09. That is a 25% decrease. So this was our number 2 hottest card last week in the hot card video, but we have seen this time and time again. A card spikes aggressively, then more copies enter the market as sellers try to take advantage of the spike. Then the card tries to work itself into its new price point, and that is exactly what's happening here. So what caused it to spike last week? Well, Violent Outburst was banned in Modern, leaving a hole in 2 big decks, Rhinos and Living End. Ardent Plea is the card the players have been going to fill the gap left by Violent Outburst in both those decks. So it spiked hard. Ultimately though, there will be some price fluctuation as this card finds its new price point, and unsurprisingly, it came out of the gate hot as players and speculators both jumped on it. This week though, it retracts some. Alright, that's going to do it for our top 10 cold cards of the week, but if you did not catch it, go back and check out our top 25 hot card video we did this week. A lot of cards jumping because of those Fallout decks. There's just a lot happening right now in the secondary market. Also on Friday, I'll probably do another gameplay stream, so be sure to join us. We had a great time last week. We did another Karlov Manor draft. Had a great time. We also played a little bit of the new Jumpstart on there. I haven't played the new one. I think I played the original one years ago. We actually had a pretty good time with it. It was kind of fun. So make sure you do have notifications on so you know when we do go live. It will most likely be Friday afternoon sometime. I just don't have the exact time ready. Until next time though, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.